Well, the polls today provide a bleak picture for the Morrison government, and while polls in the recent past have been unreliable, if not completely inaccurate, the recent South Australian election indicated that the pollsters have changed their methodology, and the South Australian polls were spot on. So where do things stand? Well, on a two-party preferred, it's 54-46 to Labor, and the gap is widening. With less than a fortnight to go, the coalition is struggling in at least 10 seats across Australia, which brings us to the seat of Gilmore in New South Wales, held by Labor with a margin of 2.6%. Fiona Phillips is the Labor member. She is a formidable opponent. She has a Bachelor of Economics from the University of Newcastle and a Master of Business from the University of New South Wales. You might recall she defeated the Liberal drop-in candidate Warren Mundine at the last election. She has significant contacts in the electorate. She was raised on a dairy farm. Well, into this mix comes what many are describing as the glamour candidate, Andrew Constance, for the Liberal Party. He is immensely well credentialed for this electorate, having held the state seat of Bega for 18 years. He's a former New South Wales Treasurer, an Infrastructure Minister, a Transport Minister, and I saw the phenomenal work firsthand that he did in what became a veritable mess, the City Light Rail project, which damaged hundreds of small businesses, and Andrew Constance was thrown the hospital pass by the Berejiklian government to deal with these people, and he did. He heard them and he listened to them. Then, of course, came the black summer firestorms of 2019-2020 that took lives and destroyed thousands of homes and properties in his electorate and beyond. Andrew Constance was there every minute of every hour of every day. I know. I flew down to be with him. The Princes Highway runs through his electorate. He delivered upgrades to the Princes Highway, to local roads and bridges, and now he's offering himself to go to Canberra, and he joins me from the beautiful Berry on the south coast. Andrew Constance, how are things going?
Well, it's raining again, unfortunately. So our poor dairy farmers are doing it as tough as they do normally in drought time because their herds productions are down, and we've got more rain today. So, the community is sick of the rain. So any glamour of sunshine you can bring, it's going to be welcome. But yeah, look, people are positive, and it's just I'm just getting out there and enjoying myself, and just making this about the community. And
So we're talking
not
big
about
areas, the
partisan
lovely
politics. I
parts of
think
Australia. Could I say to people who are watching us all over Australia, Nowra, Bomaderry, Kiama, Milton, Ulladulla, and the areas around Jarvis Bay and Batemans Bay. These coastal communities, Andrew, which dot the electorate, are popular destinations for retirees and holiday makers. What are their concerns?
Well, it all comes back to a couple of things, just the state of the local roads, through to the fact that many of those people are on fixed incomes. So, when you see volatility in petrol, that can break a person. So, we're very sensitive to that, given the very nature of our retiree base and our pensioner base. We're not, a glamour area, but we have the most beautiful parts of Australia, and we've got this beautiful community, as you saw when you came down to the fires, when you met with so many people, just wonderful Australians, just wanting to get by without the influence of government and interference of government in their everyday lives.
Absolutely.